And JLove81 says, what's your thoughts comparing this game to the DS game? Well, I'm glad you asked, JLove, because I think this is a good moment to talk about it. When I recently did a video, so if you guys haven't checked it out, I would definitely encourage you of watching it, where it's part of my video game diary series, and I pretty much gave a brief review of my experience playing Super Princess Peach for the Nintendo DS. I definitely recommend you guys watching this video, checking it out, because it's a very rare game. Not a lot of people know about it, and it's also underrated. But it was the very first solo game that Princess Peach got to have the opportunity and being featured as the solo shining star for the Nintendo DS handheld. So if you ask me what are my thoughts about Super Princess Peach, I absolutely love Super Princess Peach, because Super Princess Peach is pretty much like a standard platform game. If you've played, the early Mario games, that is like Super Mario Bros. 3 and just a basic platform game, and you're gonna know what you're getting yourself into. So as any Mario game, it has its unique levels and really cool mechanics that you can navigate through each level, and it makes it super fun. But what I love about Super Princess Peach is that it takes the game to a whole different level, where you can use props, and even her emotions come into play, like her vibe gauge. And if you use it efficiently, you can uncover so many secrets, so many collectibles that are within the levels. So you can go back to a level and play it several times over and over again. And if you're a completionist like me, you're going to have a blast. So you know what I would also compare it to? I would also compare it to Super Mario Wonder. I really feel like Super Princess Peach has a lot of Super Mario Wonder vibes, where with each level, as you purchase your in-game currency, you can you can unlock a lot of special moves for your Paracel, and with each level, everything is different. So you always, it always keeps you interested and invested, where there's not a sole moment where you feel bored. There's not a moment of boredom, basically. And I can go on and on. Like I said in the video, I covered a lot of topics, like about the vibe gauge. I talked about a lot of controversial points of views of how people felt about certain things, certain mechanics in the game. But how as you see the gameplay, and as I break it down to you, you'll understand why they went in a certain direction for the game. So overall, I think Super Princess Peach is worth giving it a try, especially if you're a collector. So like JLove says, she loves Super Princess Peach, and I'm not sure how I feel about this one yet. So yeah. So when I look at, Princess Peach Showtime, it's too early to give like a full review, but I can definitely give like my first impressions and thoughts about the game. I would compare this to Luigi's Mansion 3. If you played Luigi's Mansion 3, I really think they used the same engine, honestly, because aesthetically and graphically, it really does remind me of Luigi's Mansion 3. It plays kind of similar to Luigi's Mansion, but because Luigi's Mansion is a hotel basically, and you're going through each of these floors, as you progress through the story. And with not Super Princess Peach, with Princess Peach Showtime, it seems like it's following the same formula, where you're at this theater and you're pretty much restoring, within each stage, each one of these plays, and they're also on different levels, so different floors. So I really feel like they adopted the Luigi's Mansion formula, and then just pretty much just transferred it and made it its own thing with Princess Peach Showtime. But it's also, you can't expect it to be like challenging. It has a nice little challenge to it, But then again, it feels like you were playing like let's say, Mario Party mini games. Like I said, like certain areas you have your action sequences, then you have your mini games, and then you have the impressive storytelling elements so far that they've incorporated within Princess Peach Showtime. And then, they just bedazzle, Princess Peach as they did with Super Mario Wonder, where you're going to unlock all these transformations that come into play as you enter each and one of these stages. So I think it's incredible. I'm having a blast. I feel like it in some way, shape, or form, it's a very cozy game. It feels very cozy, and I really enjoy playing games like that where you have that coziness, and it's not overwhelming, but at the same time it has a nice little a nice little difficulty to it where you feel like you're getting the most out of it. So that's my opinion. If I were to compare it, I think they're both great, each in their own way, but it kind of depends what type of gamer you are to then differentiate and decide, like, okay, I probably would go, with Super Princess Peach, for example, over Princess Peach Showtime, or vice versa. So I don't know, does that make sense? I hope that answered your question, but that's how I feel so far, based on my first impressions with Princess Peach Showtime.